Oh. Really disappointing. Don't fall asleep. I might. This is France we're talking about. Oh. And with only 14 drivers, it's a little bit disappointing. Suppose we just have to see what happens. Hopefully something happens during the races, even with the small grid. It's good to see you're hopeful. I don't know, maybe, just maybe. At least without Dougie here, anyone can go for the win. It's not so straightforward, for first anyway. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm actually wondering who is going to win the feature race at the very least. Who will get pole and who will maybe win. Ooh. Hard to pick. Very hard to pick. You got some high quality drivers in here. You think Toddster? Or Aussie? I was thinking Aussie as well. Yeah. Suppose we'll just have to find out. Oh. For one shot qualifying here at Le Castellet Circuit Paul Ricard. It's one of those few tracks that isn't designed by Tilke. It's actually a bit more unique, especially in the way that the runoffs are designed. You can't look at them for too long. You need to wear 3D glasses to look at this damn track, so then you don't get a bloody headache. Ooh, so who are we going to pick to watch the onboard? We'll go with Toddster, why not? I don't think we'll be able to see too much. Maybe a driver might spin here or there. Very lazy tail? No, not so. Oh, Aussie Reggie, no, a little bit. Into turn 1, then into turn 2, very tricky through here. Very easy to get a track extension or corner cut. Into the virage complex. Turn 3 and turn 4. Nice and easy on the throttle. While I put telemetry up. At the moment, Schmidt is looking like he's going for the pole here. Might jump to him. Oh, why is it so delayed? Everyone on the Moose Trail straight. Need to turn 8, then need to turn 9. Coming up to maybe the best corner on the circuit, turn 10. Absolutely flat out in the grass. Sort of a double apex corner here. Then into probably the hardest corner, turn 12, a reducing radius hairpin. It's really tight, very difficult to narrow. Turn 13. Turn 14 with a brand new pit entry. Then the most stupid corner ever, turn 15. I mean, what kind of corner is that? It's absolutely pointless. Onto the main straight, and Schmidt will get pole by the whole thing 2-tenth margin there. Seeing how quick that actually went, it seems that nobody made mistakes in that one, in their one-shot qualifying, which is quite nice to see. So, Schmidt gets pole by almost 2/10 with Toddster P3, Urethra P4, Aussie Rizzy Rick P5, Semi-Pro P6, Breno P7, Hooter Magic P8, Safety Car P9, P10 is Very Lazy Tail, Unit Grino P11, Papa G P12, False Equations 13th, and Conehouse will round off the grid 2.8 seconds behind in 14th place. Oh. Not a lot to talk about, but it's good to see not many. The Chicken Schnitty. You should change his name to that in the Discord. I think he'd like that a lot. As we go on to the feature race here at Circuit Paul Ricard, drivers choosing what tyres to start on. Only the top 10 have to start on what they qualified on, isn't that how it works in Formula 2? Or is it free range in Formula 2? I'm not too sure. Not quite sure how the one-shot qualifying works in these sort of races. "15 laps of Circuit Paul Ricard, so free range? Free choice, okay. So you can start on whatever you like. Let's have a... oh my word. So everyone starting on hard tyres except for Semi-Pro. Hello Alcatraz. We might actually see some clean racing, seeing as you're here, not there. It's a joke, don't worry. I don't mean that. As Semi-Pro bins it on the warm-up lap. Oh dear. Anyway, this banter. You go ahead and do that. It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, a little bit of track stats. 5.85 kilometers. This track is actually the same length as Sochi. I thought this may have been a wee bit shorter, but no, it's not. They're the same length. 15 turns makes up this piece of crap of a track. Crap, isn't it? Yeah, it can't be perfect, Dermy. So, bit of chaos somewhere. Someone else. As believe that Salted spins around there. Oh my word, is that Conehouse? Dear, oh dear, oh dear. And the key corners, turn 8, which is where the chicane is. Why is that a key corner? Because it's the only place on this track where you can overtake. He's... I don't know where he is. But that's what I mean. Without him here, pretty open race. I think we might have a good battle for first here. Open for the win, exactly right. So, as we get ready for the start here, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and away we go here in La Castellet, France, at Circuit Paul Ricard. I believe that's Todster going all 4 wheels off the track there. I think Schmidt's going to have a nice and easy way. Not quite. Crufter's going to give... Oh my word! God! Oh my God! I believe the scientific word is... Holy shit! What the fuck happened in turn 2? That's the scientific term for that. Chaos, absolute chaos. Oh no. Yeah, that's one way of describing it. Going wide there, who's the magic? He's going to get a nice slipstream here on Papa G. He's going to have a look into turn 8, I think. Into the chicane. How late does he dare go on the brakes? Nope, he pulls out of it. Might be a smart move there. He might lose the front wing. As Semi-Pro tries to look around Hooter Magic, and I think he's done it. On those softer compound tyres, it's going to be a lot easier for him, initially, at the very least. I think false equation may have spun. I think he has. Safety car now in last place. Anyway, as we look towards this beautiful battle pack going around turn 11, that's quite a nice shot, actually. Semi-Pro trying to make as many positions as he possibly can with those soft compound tyres. But as we complete lap 1, Schmidt got a comfortable lead of 1.5 seconds over Rizzy-Rick. Renault a further 1.5 seconds behind Rizzy. Very lazy tail up into P4. Conehouse then Papa G. Semi-Pro P7, Hooter Magic P8, Todster P9. Dermy's race favourite down in 9th after the chaos in turn 2. Salted in P10, Crofter P11. Unit Greeno and safety car having to change their front wings, it seems. Again, let's see here. Oh, here we go. Here's a good scrap here. What can Semi-Pro do on these softer tyres? But Hooter Magic got the slipstream. So, lots of people moving. Oh my word! Teammates almost colliding. Hooter Magic almost. Oh! Very easy to do there, Papa G. Unlucky, mate. Falling from P6. So, Schmidt, obviously, still in first. Rizzy-Rick gaining 3 positions as Semi-Pro looks down the inside of turn 11 there. There goes a switch back by Conehouse, but he's not... Oh, he's done alongside 40 was. Into tricky turn 12. With the added grip that Semi-Pro has, I think he's got there. Those tyres might fall away pretty quickly. But yes, Rizzy-Rick up 3 positions. Breno up 4. Very lazy tail. Fantastic start there. Up to P4. Up 6. Pro up 1. Conehouse, the biggest mover and shaker out of the whole group. Spinning on the warm-up lap. Is up to P6. Is going to lose a position though. To Todster. Oh, and even more chaos. DRS, you're right, Demi, is enabled, but it's not going to affect the leaders. They're all too far apart. They're all over a second from each other apart. So it's only going to be between these guys. Let's see here. Who's it between? So there's Semi-Pro. Coming around turn 7 now, onto the mid-shaft straight. Toddster, Salty, Conehouse, Hooter Magic, who's looking down the inside. You'll have him here. And Corrupted. Not quite, he's not quite far enough alongside there. And he cops a 3-second time penalty because of it. But Conehouse, a massive tank slapper. Out of turn 9 there, losing him quite a number of positions, unfortunately. What a start that is. My word. Just chaos everywhere. Absolutely fantastic. I think this battle may have nullified a little bit. Hopefully it'll come back together. Might have a look at our leader, Schmidt. He hasn't opened the gap too much. Okay, that's went high downfalls. May have. I'm not too sure. And also you have to remember conditions for the sprint race as well. I've got absolutely no idea what the conditions are in that race. So Schmidt leads. It's still around about 1.8, 1.6 second gap. It's sort of ebbing and flowing. Breno P3. Very lazy tail P4, and he's under attack from Semi-Pro. Might run on board with him. He'll get DRS. I don't think he's quite close enough here. He'll gain time. Not nowhere near close enough. He's definitely got a fair bit more grip in those soft tyres. Oh, he might have a look here. He got a brilliant run out of that corner. Around the outside, into turn 10. He's pulled out of it. Playing it safe, Semi-Pro. Bit of a lock-up there from very late. Made a mistake and let Semi-Pro through. And Toddster, he invites himself as well. A bit of a lock-up there from Toddster. Oh, and was that a touch? Was that a touch? I'm not too sure there. It was so close between the drivers. It may have been just a tiny one, a teeny tiny one. But that has dropped very lazy tail all the way back down to 10th place. Very unfortunate for him as Semi-Pro comes into the pit lane. The 5 laps on the softs. Really changed for the hard content? Seems like it. A 3-second time penalty for very lazy tail there, multiple warnings. They'll probably really piss him off now. Might see some angry driving from him in a minute. Let's see where the battles are at the moment. Toddster, he's now closing in on the gearbox of Salted. He'll have DRS. He's got the slipstream. He's gaining. A bit of a lock-up. Salted. He sort of panics a little bit. Can't wait for the report. Yeah, it'll be colourful, wouldn't it? I think that's a PG way of saying it. Colourful. Salted and Toddster here having a nice little bat. As Salted gets a massive lock-up into turn 11 there. Into turn 12. It's very tricky in there. Reducing radius. The corner tightens up a lot. Turn 13 to turn 14. And you can't overtake really into turn 15. It's all about getting the run, and I think he will get it. He'll have the DRS, he'll have the slipstream. Will he look into turn 1? It's difficult to do into turn 1. But I believe he's got him. Nice and easy overtake. A little bit of a lock up there, but that's okay. He's gained the position. I'm quite happy that even though there's only 14 drivers in this race, we've still got some good battles in here. Fantastic to see. I think Corrupted might get into this as well. He might be in range. He is in range. So he'll start catching up on this battle as well. Seems that everyone else... Oh, very lazy tail, he's caught up. And has overtaken Konas for 8th place. It's Salted. He's going to try and put the pressure on Todd Stone. Bit of a lift there. May suggest he isn't running too high downforce. Nice and gentle on the throttle. Very easy to spin these things. Not a lot of downforce. Oh, gets a poor run out of 12 though. Didn't need that. As Rizzy Rick comes into the pits. That's 7. Onto the softs. Now that's interesting. Semi-pro 5 laps with these things. Rizzy Rick has to last 8. This might be a massive gamble by Rizzy Rick, but if he can pull it off, he'll get a massive undercut versus Schmidt. A battle for 3rd place. Yeah, but 8 laps on the softs. I mean, I am using Semi-Pro when he made his stop as an example. But I really don't know how long. But he has to do 50%, a bit over 50% of the race on the softest compound. Might be tricky. Corrupted down the inside of Salted. Salted putting up a fight though into turn 8. Now turn 9. Corrupted will try and get a good run out of here. Oh, and Salted gets a bit sideways there on the exit. He didn't need that. He may leave himself vulnerable into turn 11. Not quite. Oh, never mind. Salted has a massive lockup. Down the inside goes Corrupted into P4. But Salted's not giving up. Corrupted giving him plenty of space though. Salted would be absolutely fuming himself there. As Schmidt goes ahead and posts another fastest lap of the race. I'd like to see what Aussie Rizzy Rick can pull out with his new tyres. Todson actually sets the fastest lap of the race now at 47.7. Yeah, Formula 2 is always good. It tests the drivers out that much more because the car isn't helping them as much. It's got nowhere near as much downforce. The tyres are smaller. It requires a lot more finesse and skill to drive these things compared to a Formula 1 car. In saying that, you still need a lot of damn skill to drive a Formula 1 car, especially without assists. Let's see here. Everyone's sort of in their own little world at the moment. Salted's now slowly getting out of DRS range. Let's have a look at Rizzy Rick. So he has to get past Conehouse. So, yes, he's got the undercut, but he also has to deal with a bit of traffic. Now once he gets past Conehouse, he's got very lazy tail his teammate to get past as well, as very lazy tail goes very, very wide out of turn 10. How much will this dampen the undercut? Hopefully for his sake, not too much. But it's just curious now, Schmidt, it's 9 laps now and he still has not pitted for soft compound tyres, so I'm wondering whether or not Rizzy Rick can actually make it to the end of this race on that set. Conehouse there getting a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. It is quite an easy track to corner cut. It's a bit like Russia with all that tarmac on the inside and on the outside. It really entices you to use all of it, and you have to use all of it because everyone else is using all of it. Schmidt, a very, very comfortable lead at the moment. 7 seconds over Breno. Seems that we might... So, Rizzy Rick has gone past Conehouse. I think very lazy town might give DRS to Aussie and just let him go by. Different strategies, different race at the moment. They need to fight. I would like to think. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, then again, very lazy town might not be in a very happy mood at the moment, so I don't think he would want to give up his place at the moment. And it seems lazy town, he's actually got a fair bit of straight line speed there. Obviously going with a bit less error. Down the inside, job done. But he may have lost a tenth or two stuck behind lazy tail. As Schmidt comes into pit. So, how much has Rizzy Rick gained in this time? Do you remember that Rizzy Rick was about 2 seconds behind Schmidt when he pitted? About 2 seconds. Let's go on to Rizzy Rick. Let's go on board. Will we see a pink Arden come out in front of him? No, we will not. He is behind him, so the undercut has indeed worked quite well. He's gained about 5 seconds. But now, he's on much older rubber. I'll go back to the tyres. So 3 laps older. They might not, considering it's a 50% race. He's actually got 6 lap old tyres. I think it's 50%. This might be a very good battle. Rizzy Rick is quick. I'm damn sure he can defend. But at a track like this, for the most part you can defend, except for the Mistral straight into turn 8, that chicane. Then he's vulnerable. With 5 to go, he needs to make up 2.8 seconds. I think it's very much achievable for Schmidt. Breno comes into pit now, 9 lap old hards. Same with Todster and Corrupted, all 3 of them. First, second, third into the pits, and 4th, and 5th. Any more? Probably 8th. Yeah, no, maybe. No, he's going to stay out. Trying to give himself the freshest tyres possible. Someone got held up. Hooter Magic. Held up in the pits by his teammate Corrupted. That's what happens when you have the same strategy. So, the order relatively fixed. Rizzy Rick leads. Schmidt second. Conehouse will soon fall away because of his pits. Breno will take up 3rd place. Todster will take 4th. Corrupted 6th. Will go up to 5th. Salted will go up to 6th. Semi-Pro. He's sort of by himself now as well. Everybody seems to be by themselves. Except for the battle for what is going to be P3. As you are kidding. Can you see that? Safety car has just fastest lap of the race. Unbelievable scenes here in France. After all that I've seen today, that is the most unbelievable. But that will be beaten quickly, I'd imagine. Schmidt, it's already down to 1.5 seconds. He's catching him at quite the rapid rate. And I think Rizzy Rick just had a lock up there too. He's not in the McLaren. He hasn't got that Fernando Alonso horrendous. As Schmidt, there we go, it's back to normality. A 1:46.3. He's actually quick in the F2 cars. Fair enough. Everyone's got their preferences. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be as grand a battle as I had hoped. As Conehouse goes into the pits and he drops all the way down to 10th place there. Shows you how long it actually takes to transfer all the way through the pit lane, along with all 4 tyres changed. It's down to 7/10 of a second. We might have a look back. There is a battle brewing. Oh! My word, Crofted. Almost into the back of Breno. Safety car posts another fastest lap of the race. Okay, so you are right then, he's actually cooking these things. Lost a lot of time there for Crofted though. Into turn 8, completely missing his braking zone. We'll have all the work to do to try and catch up. But this battle for 3rd, between Breno, Todster, and Corrupted, if he can fight his way back, this might be the battle to watch. For the sprint race, that's right, because of the reverse grid. Very lazy Tal is eyeing him down, so he might... I'll keep an eye on that. Hoota Magic has got it at the moment. A very lazy Tal hunting him down as Todster sets another fastest lap of the race. Rather surprisingly, Schmidt has actually fell away a bit. Just a little bit, about 3-4 tenths from Rizzy Rick. Onto the Mishra straight. He won't have DRS. A bit too far away for that. I'll have a look back. Corrupted will have DRS. Oh, I believe Brandon must have made a mistake. He is massive. Oh, very 3-second time penalty for the very lazy tower. Very unfortunate there. That might have ruined his chances of getting P8, which for the sprint race will put him provisionally first. Renault gets a 3-second time penalty. Quite unfortunate for him as well. After that absolutely chaotic start. Oh, here we go. So this will be game, set, match for Rizzy Rick. If he get... Oh, what the earth? So Schmidt must have gone past at one point. Todd's just set another fastest lap of the race. might actually be a good battle to watch, actually. There's only 2 laps to go. Schmidt has got time, but not a lot of it. Into the virage complex. Into turn 5. Nice and easy on the throttle, you don't want to spin. You'll have the... And for the lead, Schmidt down the inside into turn 8. I think that might be game over for Rizzy Rick, unless he makes a mistake. Toddster 7 seconds behind these two. Oh, here we go. Battle for 4, side by side through turn 9. Still side by side. They're not going to give up. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, a bit of weaving there from Breno. He's obviously not happy with something. Yeah. Don't want to look down the inside of turn 10. Corrupted goes in nice and quick into the corner. Both of them get a relatively good exit into turn 12. They'll have a fight for the final point scoring position as well. As Corrupted gets a 3-second time penalty for that corner cut there. So they're just at the edge of the screen. All 4 wheels off the track. Sorry. Into turn 2, very easy to spin here. Assaulted. Oh! As I say that! I cannot believe it. So well fought for that place, and that happens on the last lap. Very, very unlucky there for Corrupted. As Conehouse gets another 3-second time penalty there. False Equation seems to have taken 10th place now, the final point scoring position. Bit of side-by-side action for the last place. Might have to ignore that for just a little bit. Although it wasn't the epic climactic battle that I was kind of hoping it would be, Schmidt pretty much has led every lap. We come around turn 14 into the final corner to take victory in the feature race here at Circuit Paul Ricard. Nice victory. Never mind! Oh my word, how many times has this happened? I give victory, like this nice little speech to the guy that won. And then penalties come in. Rizzy Rick has gone ahead and won the damn race. There you go. Toddster P3, Breno P4, Salted P5, Semi-Pro will come home to P6, Corrupted P7, Hooter Magic P8, Very Lazy Towel P9, and to the line, it is... Oh! So, because of the penalties, that drops Very Lazy Towel to 10th, False Equations up to 9th. Conehouse P11. Safety Car, after having a few good laps, and, you know, doing what Safety Car does best, not being safe. I don't quite know what unit is doing. What on earth is he... What on earth? He wants to finish last. What is he he want to finish last for? There you go, Papa G. Oh, never mind. Penalties took care of that. So here's your winner for the sprint race. After surviving 9 laps, no, it was 8 laps. He pitted lap 7. 8 laps on softs. Aussie Rizzy Rick. I was going to give a nice little speech. Schmidt. Very, very good drive. But no. Rizzy Rick goes ahead and takes it. Schmidt P2. Todster P3. Another nice drive from Todster. So there you go. Schmidt had a 3-second time penalty. I must have missed that. A clean race from Rizzy Rick. Sees him take the win. Schmidt P2, Todster P3, Breno P4, Salted P5, Semi-Pro P6, Corrupted P7, Hooter Magic P8, False Equations P9, Lazy Tail P10, Conehouse P11, Safety Car P12, Unit Greno P13, and Papa G will round off the 14 drivers. Good chaos, good racing. A nice race. Why is it that the boring tracks in the real world always produce half-decent races in the virtual world? It makes absolutely no sense. Alright, so time for the sprint race. This will only be about 8 laps, I'd imagine. 8 or 7. Okay, so it's not quite. So the sprint race isn't exactly half. It's more like 75% of the race distance of the feature race. Okay. So, because of the reverse grid, Hooter Magic will start on pole with Corrupted in P2. So, teammates locking out the front row. Semi-Pro P3, Salted P4, Breno P5, Todster P6, Schmidt P7, and Rizzy Rick P8, with all the work to do to try and get back at the front of the grid. Will we see the chaos that was the feature race here in the sprint race? Probably. Maybe. False Equations P9, Very Lazy Tail P10, Conehouse P11, Safety Car P12, Unit Greno P13, and Papa G will round out in 14th. Car 14, starting 14. Quite nice. Everyone warming their tyres up. So there's no strategy involved in this. There's no pit stop strategy, there's no tyre strategy, there's nothing like that. All the overtakes you do are on the track. The positions change, telemetry enabled. We might enable lap data. So, go back up to the front. Now, who's going to win here? Corrupted's pretty quick. After that shocking accident coming out of turn 2 on the last lap, he'd be fired up to try and get as many points here as he possibly can. but he has to start on the outside into turn 1. So if he wants to overtake his teammate, he's going to have to do it the long way round. Alright, all the cars have lined up. Can we get a bit of a shot? There we go. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And now for the sprint race. Here at La Castellet, Circuit Paul Ricard. Hootermagic gets a great start. Already built up a 3/10 margin just off the start. Absolutely fantastic. Semi-Pro down the inside into turn 1. Will we see the chaos? Yes, no, maybe. There is an end plate. Flew off into the back. I think someone spun. It's Papa G. I thought I might have saw someone spun right at the exit of that shot. But very clean at the start here, fellas. They learnt their lesson after the feature race. Hooter for the win, maybe. Well, from the looks of things, he's already pulled. He's pulled out an 8/10 margin. Absolutely fantastic start. Oh, but look at this battle pack. All these hungry drivers desperately looking for any gap possible to slide down into. Oh, on who's that? That's Semi-Pro. After starting so far up the field, I don't think he'd be very happy with himself. Very unfortunate for him. Look at these guys. Giving absolutely no room. Look at that. Their teammates for crying out loud. Breno. He's looking to try and find a way around Schmidt. And he does. Into turn 14 now. Schmidt can't counter-attack. He might get out of this out of turn 15. Oh, a bit of a slide there. Look at that. But Corrupted is already caught the gearbox. They desperately don't need to take each other out here. A bit of a lock up there from Hootermagic. Just a little bit. It hasn't seemed to hamper too much of his speed though. False equations. He's down into 12th place, sorry. So no real big gainers from the start. Safety car and 3 places respectively. Big loser in Semi-Pro, down 10 places. Nobody spun. Doesn't appear to be. So next lap DRS will be enabled. Look at this camera shot. That's quite a nice camera shot. I do like that. Get to see the track in all of its 3D line beauty. Into the final corner. And we've got a battle pack a bit further back. All line of stone. Look at this massive change. With DRS enabled, this might cause a bit of chaos here, especially coming towards the Mistral Straight. But probably more importantly, it's a 4-weight 4. Everyone here will have DRS except for Corrupted, who has taken the lead away from Hootermagic. Driver's running wide there, out of the Virage complex. Big straight lines through here. Hootermagic just making sure that his teammate knows he's right there. Very lazy cut, 3-second time penalty. Salted in P3, under attack from Todster in P4. Then we got a 3-second margin all the way back to Schmidt. He's made up 2 places. Under attack from Ayrton Senna's biggest fan, Breno. Rizzy Rick, P7. Very lazy tail up into P8, but with a 3-second time penalty, that definitely won't help. And those are the only point scoring positions. P9 and P10 do not score points in the sprint race, so they won't be as much of a concern at the moment. Crafter just setting, Todster now setting the fastest lap of the race. We've got sector 2 yellows, Papa G either retiring the car or crashing the car, not completely sure. After spinning out at the start, it's quite unfortunate for him. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's still a 1-2, which I believe is a Sauber team, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. A Sauber junior team. But Corrupted has pulled out a 1-second margin over his teammate. But Todster seriously under attack from Salted. Oh, a bit of side-by-side action there. Nice between those two. We got another attack here. Very lazy tail on safety car. Not quite. He just can't quite do it into turn 10. Into this nice shot again. Of turn 11, big sweeping corner, double apex hairpin into turn 12. Papa G leaving the session, not that surprising there. Poor spinning out lap 1. Very difficult to recover with only 11 laps. It seems like Corrupted has started to pull away. But there is definitely a battle for second. Soft good, down the inside. Easy move. Oh, never mind. Locking up into turn 1. He's vulnerable into turn 3. Oh, will Hooter have a look? Not quite. Another lock up. Salted under the pump at the moment. Very, very nice battle for second place. As Todster, I believe, looking down the inside, does it easily. Hooter giving plenty of room to Todster. Getting the move done. Now up into P3. Next guy in his sights is Salted. Might have a look. Oh my word! I believe that was Rizzy Rick side by side with Breno into turn 10. Into turn 12 they go now. Breno a bit shallower line. May cost him on exit. Not quite, he got a good exit. But safety car, now under attack from the very lazy car for the last point scoring position. As Corrupted sets another fastest lap of the race. Safety car trying to break the toe. Trying desperately to break the toe. Very lazy tail. Not quite close. Oh, a touch! What's that? Oh, they're both gone! Unigrino! Contact! Oh my word! Chaos chaos at turn 1 in both races. Unit Grinner with absolutely nowhere to go. I believe Semi-Pro might have some damage here. Oh, and a massive slide from Conehouse. Oh, absolutely massive incident there. Yeah, he's not going to be very happy, is he? It's going to be very, very, very colourful language that's going to come out of him tonight. As Rizzy, Rick and Breno still battling side by side. Seems that no one's had an accident. Yellow sector 2-3. Nobody dropping down the leaderboards massively, so it mustn't be too much. Unigrino, there we go. Retiring from the session. Had absolutely nowhere to go. Very unfortunate. Trying to break the toe, Rizzy Rick. Lazy Tail left the session here, not that surprising. I don't think he wants to watch too much of this race. As the battle for second continues, this is probably going to go on to the last lap of the race. Tolster now up into P2. He probably won't hold that for long though. Salted and Schmidt both have DRS. Schmidt going very, very wide out of turn 7. What can Salted do here? He's got the speed. Will he look? No. He might be thinking towards the end game. Try and stick in behind him for now. Safety car and Semi-Pro seem to be having a small battle for the last point position as well. So we've got a few battles up and down the grid. Battle for second, a battle for 6th between Rizzy, Rick and Breno, a battle for the final point scoring position. Look at this. They're all in their little groups. I don't know which one to look at. All four of them, fighting for 1 point. Got Semi-Pro. You've got Safety Car, Conehouse and False Equations. They're each other fighting for 1 point. They can't fight for any more. Semi-Pro is, Breno is about 11.5 seconds in front of this group. Oh, I don't know which one to look at. We got a battle for 5th. Breno, Hooter Magic. Wait a minute, Hooter Magic? How did he drop all the way down here? He's now gone into this fight. He must have made a mistake somewhere. So we've got a battle for 5th, battle for 8th, and a battle for 2nd. Why can't you be like this in real life, Paul Ricard? You're so boring in real life. It's this pathetic car park of a racetrack that has this neat 3D pattern drawn all over it. It's boring as crap. But here, we've got 3 battles at the same time. I don't know which one to look at. Oh my word. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Seems that Conehouse and False Equation has fallen off the pace a little bit. So the battle for A seems to be between the 2 cars of Semi-Pro and Safety Car. Safety Car, he's looking. He's squaring up Semi-Pro. See where he can actually slide. and get the move done, if he can get the move done. But Rizzy Rick and Breno, again, side by side again into the Virage complex. Hooter Magic with the best seat in the house, watching in behind. This is what he'd be seeing right now. Into turn 6, now into turn 7. Rizzy Rick goes a bit wide there. Hooter Magic has got DRS. He needs it, he has fallen off the pace a little bit. Seems that Breno might go for the move here. And he's done it. Units left the session. Oh, I think he may have been a bit loose there, Breno. He's invited the overtake. And Rizzy's taken it. Breno into the slipstream. And Hooter Magic's thrown back into this. My word. Safety car has taken 8th place away from Semi-Pro. Semi-Pro will fight back, possibly on the next lap at the Mistral Straight. Oh my word. More battling. Let's have a look at the battle for second. It's a bit more spread out. Tolstar has pulled away. But my word, Crofton. He's fallen back into the clutches a little bit, only a 2-second margin. This might turn into a fight for the lead if he's not careful. Side by side for the Arden drivers. Off the road a little bit there, Schmidt. But Salter will probably get DRS. These two are going hammer and tong against each other, fighting tooth and nail for 5th. Hooter Magic's just got the popcorn. You know, sitting in this nice comfy chair just watching the show. Absolutely fantastic at the moment. Breno will get DRS. He's got the big straight line advantage. Will he look? He's not quite far enough aside. Rizzy Rick outbreaks himself. Does a Daniel Ricciardo. Breno probably on the radio telling him that that was a really dangerous re-entry. Very, very dangerous re-entry there from Rizzy Rick. As Hooter Magic can't quite get the move done around the outside of turn 11. The battle for 3rd now. Todster seems to have pulled away. He's got a 2.2 second margin coming onto the last lap of the race here at Paul Ricard. So we got a battle for 3rd between the Arden drivers. A red hot battle for 5th that has been going on for all of this race. Rizzy Rick has just given himself a massive disadvantage. A nice aerial shot here. Where's this shot? Why can't you use this more game? For crying out loud, this is a brilliant shot. He's looking for any gap possible to try and get past Breno. Absolutely fantastic. He'll get DRS for sure. Oh! Was that a touch between the two drivers? Oh my word! And Hooter Magic, he's going to take full advantage of this. Breno has been turned around by Aussie Rizzy Rick. He will be absolutely furious with that. He'll be screaming to Jeff over the radio. I think, oh, Rizzy Rick, he's going to give the place back. He knows he's at fault. Or does he? Or has he just lost a whole heap of pace? No, he's actually... I think he might actually be giving the place back. So, What a race. Not for the lead, but a very good drive by Corrupted. From second place on the grid, he will go on to win the sprint race. Never mind! Again? Seriously? Oh, yes, a very commanding race from Corrupted. Oh, crosses the finish line. Nope! Toadster wins. For fuck's sake. Toadster wins. Any more penalties? Yes, no, maybe? No. Toadster wins the sprint race. Crafted will finish P2. Schmidt P3. Salted P4. After all the chaos, Hooter Magic will get P5. He takes away from the beautiful fight between Brett and Rick. Wow, they were fighting every single second of that race. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, what a race. What a fucking race. Formula 2 delivers again. I swear, if Formula 1 is like this in 2020, I just can't wait for it. I honestly can't wait for it. Your top 3 for the sprint race here in Le Castellet. We'll have some angry drivers, we'll have some very happy ones. You know who the angry ones are. Well, one in particular, probably. Oh, my word. So, sprint race. I'll make sure I get a screenshot of this. And I'll make sure I get a screenshot of this. Oh, so for the sprint race, Toadster wins, Corrupted P2, Schmidt P3, Salted P4, Hooter Magic P5, P6 for Breno, P7 for Rick, and Safety Car will take P8 away from Semi-Pro. That small battle there as well. Battles up and down the grid. Side by side racing. Ah, I'm going to be honest here, I wasn't expecting this, especially here at Paul Ricard. I'm not the biggest fan of this track, and it just delivered. It's alright, I've got screenshots, so don't have to worry about that. Wow. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Agritrez, really. Oh, what a great race to commentate. Hour and 13 minutes, it didn't feel like that. It felt so much longer, there was so much going on in that race. Wow. What an honour to commentate that. I had to try and choose which battles to look at, There were 3 of them, all for point scoring positions. Well, I hope you people enjoyed that as much as I did. Thank you, Dami. I think we'll end it there. Alright. Week over for DRS. Got another week to prepare. For round 17, I believe, of the Green Championship. Going to the legendary Suzuka circuit in Japan. Should be a fantastic race. Well, I've been the Smeg. Thank you so much for watching. Good night, everybody.